Today I'm pulling a card from the Dreaming Oracle deck. It comes in a large box that has a smaller box inside, as well as a very large guidebook, which I love. But just letting you know, I don't know why I'm telling you though, because I'm probably not going to say this in every video, but okay. So you know about the Dreaming Oracle. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we have today. Bones. The voices of the wise ones echo throughout time. Listen to them and find your destiny. Listen to them and find yourself. The keeper of the bones is calling you. As you trudge through the daily grind, it prods you to search for meaning, and it knows you may not find it until you are forced to live close to the bone. Living close to the bone means being willing to endure the raw, intense pain that emerges when we confront harsh realities, such as we don't always get what we want or need, our hearts break, the lives of those we love, and our own end. Who are you when you stare these truths in the face? The keeper of the bones wants to know. As you search for answers, this card asks you to turn to the ancestors. What can you learn from them? How do their voices resonate in your soul? What beliefs do they want you to release so you can make room for the new? How would they like you to live differently from them? Listening to the ancestors may help you to discern the limiting ideas and judgments that have been passed down through your family and now hold you back. Examples include, I could never make a living doing what I love. Money is evil, or conversely, money is everything. I only deserve attention when I'm in crisis or sick. I have to control everything in order to be safe. People can't be trusted. Love is always disappointing. Every family has its core negative beliefs. Often, we aren't even aware of them. They are so embedded in our very marrow. That is why you must ask the tough questions and feel the hard feelings so you can find what isn't yours and replace it with what is truly your own. Then you will know in your bones who you really are, and nothing will keep you from living the authentic life you were meant to live. And then there's a section through the artist's eyes. Coiled around a blue-tinged arm, a blood-red ribbon wraps memories that trail like an obedient dog whose weary bones are ready to be buried in the fertile depths as a lone bird waits to fly. So you can see the blue arm, the red coil, the bird. It's hard to fly when we are carrying our past. As we age, traumas, pains, and grievances can mount, filling a metaphorical museum of rattling bones that, like this card's figure, we drag wherever we go. The red ribbon in this card symbolizes the attachment to the old energy that ties us to these relics. The longer we hold on, the more likely we will become entangled, making the past harder to release. Find a fruitful ear to listen to memories heavy with regret, shame, or guilt. Then turn them into emotional compost. Bury them deep in the fecund earth, where they will feed saplings of spring at the first sight of sun. No longer bound to the past, your bird-like spirit can fly free. So I got this stack as a Christmas present that I'd asked for it as a Christmas present. And I haven't really had a chance to use it, but reading this really makes me wish I had been, and then want to in the future. Both I love this imagery in the card, but also the guidebook. I'm just thinking of there's things I want to point out today that speak to me, and of course, I need to start saying this every time, but if things jump out at you either about the card, the image, or about the creator's guidebook, something that's meaningful to you, please feel free to share in the comments. I'd love to hear other people's experiences with the card. Oh, I know what that jumped out at me was something I'm working with someone on is creating, it's like a mental space, like a metaphorical space, and you kind of build it with different imagery. So obviously you can probably see how Oracle and tarot cards could help with that. But it reminded me of that because one of the things that's in this imagery, in my particular case, is going to be some of my ancestors, people who have loved and lost. So it says, listening to the ancestors may help you discern the limiting ideas and judgments that have been passed down through your family and now hold you back. So that kind of spoke to me, but almost in the alternative, like, well, I guess she says this too. As you search for answers, ask you to return to the ancestors. What can you learn from them? How do their voices resonate in your soul? Because I think it's important to look at both, but in my particular case right now, looking at the sort of positive, the protective things that they had, the ways in which they made me feel safe, not just because, you were a child and they were older, but because of the way they existed in the world, and trying to tap into that same energy, be more like them in that particular way. So that's what kind of jumps out to me today. And it'll help me, I think, with that, with creating that, I don't know what to call it other than imagery. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. Share in the comments if you have your own reaction to the card, and I hope to see you again soon.